couldn't be much worse in the town of Silent Hill. All sorts of strange, creepy and disturbing events have plagued the residents of this sleepy place for much of the last 15 years. And this time it's much, much worse. This time, it's raining too.
Silent Hill Downpour begins as all survival horror games should, with stabbing a fat man in a shower. Murphy Pendleton is doing the stabbing, that's you, and this sequence turns out to be a dream that kicks off the backstory. Murphy's in prison, you see, but we don't know why yet. What we do know is that he's being transferred to a new prison. The story really kicks in when the bus transporting him crashes off the road and lands him in, have you guessed it yet? Silent Hill. Here we go!
We quickly realise that Murphy's got something dark in his past. But what did he do? The female cop that tries to stop him escaping seems to think he's the worst human alive. Oh well, maybe she'll trust him and forgive him if he helps her off this cliff. Oh, she's fallen.
So, you're on your own then. Being a Silent Hill game, it's not long before the cat hits the pram. That's right, isn't it? That's the saying?
Yeah, why not?
A seemingly small-scale kitchen fire soon becomes a massive black hole-faced, sucky, floaty monster thing chasing you through confusing corridors, up a never-ending staircase, and generally freaking you out. This first otherworldly sequence happens very early in the game, and really serves to deepen the creepiness of the real-world locations when you return there. Nothing's quite the same from this point on, and it leaves you never quite sure when it will come looking for you again.
As you push on, things get more and more sinister. The game is always keeping you on edge. There are a few jumpy moments too, but stalwarts of the series might be a little disappointed with how truly frightening it is. There's a lot to keep you on your toes though. Just after you ride the cable car into the Devil's Pit, you'll catch a glimpse of Mr. Creepy Wheelchair Face Man here. You just know you're going to end up fighting him. Still, as long as I don't drop my torch and gun off this bridge. Oh, I have!
The game offers a good mix of exploration, combat and puzzles. If you're not a big fan of puzzles slowing down your game, then you can select their difficulty separately to that of the main game. As usual. They shouldn't slow you down too much though. Generally, you only need to look for a key, or a switch, or some other item hidden nearby. Don't you, Dan?
Yeah.
Unless, Dan, you're a bit stuck. So you come up with another wacky solution as a way of progressing?
Don't know what you're talking about.
So you didn't think the answer to opening one of the locked gates was to throw a rake at it?
No. Okay, yes. I really thought it'd work too. Combat-wise, the creepy bad guys come in a few flavours, such as scratchy, screamy witch girls, hairy Wolverine men and shat-your-pants monster dudes. There are weapons strewn about everywhere, from wooden planks and wrenches to pickaxes and the odd gun. Weapons break though, and ammo is scarce, so swap out your melee as often as you can and save the ammo for when you really need it. Combat can be a little frustrating and takes a bit of getting used to, but it doesn't stop the game being enjoyable. As you work your way through the clues of the story, there are some great set-piece moments too, such as the train you take at the end of the mine to get into Silent Hill itself.
In all honesty, it takes a while for the story to really get going, and not everyone will enjoy the slow pacing, but it is definitely worth pushing on to the better bits. And it's not a game you'll look back on and regret playing. It looks fantastic too, and there's enough intrigue and suspense to keep you coming back until you finish it.
Silent Hill Downpour is probably not quite what you were expecting, but it's a journey well worth taking all the same. And you kinda need to know what happened to Murphy in his past, so go play it.
Hey Dan, I was thinking, technically aren't all hills silent?
Oh, not this again.
Point the way out of town, and I'll keep right on going.
Keep it real.
Keep it GameTank.